going? I'm Cindy from PhoneDog.com, and this is the Sharp FX. It's a messaging phone from AT&T. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this unboxing and for the review for a long time. I've been really excited about it too, so I'm going to get right to it. It has a 2-megapixel camera, a full touchscreen display, and obviously the physical keyboard. Now it costs $100 on contract, so it's a little bit more than other messaging phones that are out there. It's definitely a high-end messaging phone. So we're going to see if it's worth that $100 price tag. Right now I'm going to do an unboxing and just a first look, quick first impressions, and then I'll come back in about a week after testing it out and have a full review for you guys. So it's a Sharp FX. I'm Cindy from PhoneDog.com. Let's go check it out. Okay, so here it is, the Sharp FX from AT&T. And this is actually the bottom of the box. Let's open it up and see what we have inside. Of course, you have the device itself in a nice little bag with a message, texting and driving. It can wait, asking people to be safe while they're driving. Underneath that, you have, looks like the basic standard accessories. Your charger, micro USB to standard USB, and then it plugs into the modular wall charger. So this cord can be used for charging as well as for transferring data or any music that you want to put over to your phone. And we have the battery. Take it out and see what size it is. It is a 1240 milliamp hour battery. And so AT&T's estimates say that this will give you 3 hours of talk time and about 10 days of standby time. So I'll test it out and see how it performs in during real world use. So let's first of all put the battery in. Right off the bat, I can say that the device looks extremely nice. Definitely looks like a high-end device. Has a nice polished finish to it. It's not glossy, that's for sure, but it definitely looks really nice. Looks like a good solid device, and it feels very sturdy in the hand. So push the power button and take this off. This main display here is a 3-inch touchscreen display. It has a resolution of 240 by 300. So there, while it's powering up, you can see it looks similar to the Sidekicks that we've seen from T-Mobile, but it's doing the startup sequence and then the keyboard slides out. So it's not quite that swivel action that you would get from the Sidekick, but still looks very nice. And then the keyboard is quite different because they're sort of like bubbles, they're raised, but more in that bubble kind, bubble style, and then set up in a grid form. It kind of reminds me of the Droid keyboard, maybe a mixture between the Droid 2 keyboard and the original Droid, because it is in the grid format, but the keys do look kind of similar to the Droid 2. So I'll test it out in a minute once we get messaging started up. AT&T sign up. No thanks. Okay, so here's home screen. This is a resistive touchscreen display. So we'll go here and take a look at the UI. You can see you have 4 shortcut buttons down here for calling, contacts. I'm assuming that probably goes to the web browser. Or no, that goes to social networking. So you can have access to Twitter, Facebook, and MySpace. It's a service that you'll have to pay for, but it's definitely nice to have. So we'll continue, accept, and let me see if I can sign in through Twitter, see how this looks. I'll also be able to test out the keyboard. So we'll go over to Twitter and sign in. Okay. Okay, and then I'll do my password. Done. And sign in. So I can tell you just from using the keyboard to type in my username and my password, it isn't quite as tactile as you know, some other keyboards. They're a little bit more slippery, and then the doming also kind of causes a problem because when they are that slippery, you know, the doming just has, you know, gives you more of a slant to slide around on. So first impressions, the keyboard is alright. I'll have to test it a little bit more. It's telling me the username isn't correct, which is what it always tells me when I'm using an AT&T device trying to sign into Twitter, so we'll just ignore that. But you'll see here you can choose to exit, suspend, or not exit. So you probably have some app switching functionality there. Let's go to the menu and check out what we have here. You also have mobile TV there. You'll see with Media Flow, you can have live TV, messaging, again, SocialNet, the App Center, and then mobile web, AT&T Music. It does have a 3.5mm headphone jack right there. So, and then otherwise you also have your micro USB charging port, the volume rocker, and then this is your dedicated camera key for the 2-megapixel camera. There's no flash, which is sort of a bummer, you know, for the phone being $100. If you think of phones like the LG View Plus, which is $150 also on AT&T, it has a 3-megapixel camera with a flash, and so I'm a little disappointed by this 2-megapixel camera. You know, I understand with messaging phones, they don't always have the greatest specs, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But with a device that's being marketed as a high-end device, and with a price tag that it has, I would expect a better camera. But anyway, there it is. And then this is a, let's see what this is. Oh, that's the screen lock and unlock button. You also have a micro SD card slot. It must be underneath the battery cover here. But there is a micro SD card slot, and it supports up to 32 gigs, which is nice. Cool. Interesting. Okay. Oh, and then that's, I don't know if you saw the little animation that came up on the screen when I unlocked it. If you swipe over, it'll go to mobile web, and then SocialNet, I believe, was up here, and then it had the music player. So that's interesting little setup they have for shortcuts. So, yes. Okay, so the UI is definitely different. I'm kind of learning it the same way as you guys are just watching this. It's definitely something that I'll have to play around with a little bit and see exactly how it works. So I'm going to test this device out, guys, for about a week, and I'll put it through its paces, see how the battery performs, camera, I'll test that out. The screen right now is a little bit sticky, but that could just be because I just got it out of the box, and this sticky cover kind of tends to leave a little bit of residue. So I'll have to see how the screen performs. But so far, I think it's a great device. It definitely looks very nice and feels good in the hand. So I'll come back in about a week with a full review. But anyway, it's the Sharp FX. It's available now from AT&T for $100. And you can go and pick it up, guys, and see if you like it. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Be sure and check out PhoneDog.com for more news, updates, and reviews. You can also check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/PhoneDog. But anyway, thanks, guys, for watching. I'm Cindy from PhoneDog.com, and I'll see you guys later.